What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before I get into today's video, I've just got to quickly preference this with sorry that today's video isn't something primarily focused on making you guys laugh or, you know, like the usual stuff. It's extremely cold here at the moment, and it's just been one of those days where I have spent more time asleep than on my computer. So I wanted to go on about Conqueror's Haki because every time there's a new update in this game, people always start talking about whether or not we're finally going to get, if the boss isn't even here in this server, whether or not we're finally going to get the King's Haki, the Conqueror's Haki. You guys know, the stuff that Luffy do when it makes things pass out. It's very cool, very complicated, and I want to talk about it being added into the game in today's video. Alright, so I'm just going to be fighting the Tidekeeper in the background of today's video, just because I'm at that point now. I'm trying to get as close to max level before update 15. In fact, I'm going to turn my sounds off because they're a bit distracting. I wanted to talk about Conqueror's Haki because it is something that a lot of people are talking about again. And this is one of the only One Piece games that doesn't have it. Now, in most games, they just do the stereotypical, you've got a chance to get it when you log in, or you can spend like 2,000 Robux, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it's just an AoE stun. It's really boring. And it's nowhere near as cool as what Conqueror's Haki is in the anime. Now, the game that I'm sort of preferencing here is I've played Steve's One Piece, and it had the AoE stun ability on its Conqueror's Haki, and then I believe that right now King's Legacy is the same thing for 2,500 Robux, and that is probably the best way that you can do it up until very, very recently. Now, I am just going to very quickly say that right now, if you're not up to date with the manga, or you don't know the spoilers about the Luffy and Kaido fights, you should probably just click away from the video, because you don't want spoilers. Oh, there's a sea beast in my way. Come on, dude. Get out of here. All right, so if you don't want spoilers, you've now had your chance to leave. Am I right? Good. I don't have to feel guilty. And I'm dead. This happens a lot. The Tidekeeper, he doesn't heal, so it really doesn't matter unless you, like, really care about bounty. But you shouldn't until you're a max level anyway. There he is. He's nearly dead. So like I was saying, AoE stun. Leave the video if you don't want manga spoilers. But something has changed recently in the Luffy and Kaido fight that kind of allows game developers to really add in Conqueror's Haki in a cool way, where before there just wasn't anything cool they could do with it. And that is, of course, that now, finally, after all this time, Luffy has figured out that the reason that Big Mom and Kaido are essentially invincible is because they don't only defend themselves with the armament Haki, like what I'm wearing here, but they also wrap their bodies and their attacks in Conqueror's Haki, meaning you essentially need to have it to hurt people who have it. That appears to be the big and great mystery of the One Piece, like, superpowers of the world, why they are so strong. You've either got to be stupidly powerful or be able to wrap up your own attacks in Conqueror's Haki in order to hurt them. And that's what's really cool for games like Blox Fruits that haven't already added Conqueror's Haki into the game. Here is my suggestion, here is my theory, would be a better way of putting it. The idea being that Luffy, or because they cover themselves in Conqueror's Haki in order to harm one another, so could we. You know, right now, Conqueror's Haki is represented by lightning. Usually, like, Luffy's is black and red. I think Doflamingo's was like that. Was it pink and purple, or was it just red as well? I don't actually remember. Dressrosa was a long time ago, boys. But essentially, we have this opportunity now where you could use something like the effect that agility has with the lightning all over the character. But instead of it being the agility effect, it would be that you've also, like, covered yourself in both types of Haki. Armament Haki or Busho Haki, along with Conqueror's, King's, or Bushoku, or however you... I'm not 100% sure how to say that one. But yeah, endgame players, like super endgame players, probably not in the next update, maybe in, like, the Wano update, if we ever get that far, they would be able to complete a hard quest line, unlock Conqueror's Haki, and then it would be one of those things where you press J to turn your regular Haki on, and then you would maybe press like L or something, and you would cover yourself in Conqueror's Haki as well, which would again increase your defense and your damage, particularly against other characters and certain bosses who could do the same thing. You know, we could have raid bosses in the future that require you to have Conqueror's Haki in order to hurt them at all, which I think would be a really, really cool way to sort of distinguish your average player who is like, yeah, a high level. Anybody can get the max level. That's not hard. A real endgame player is a max level, but they've also, oh, that's annoying. They've also got themselves some awakened fruits. They've unlocked and leveled up the masteries on most weapons because they like to use some of them in PvP. You know, and this would be another one of those things. Conqueror's Haki, train it up, level it up, and then you need it to do end game raids, whether those raids are against like Roger or whoever. This would be one way that they could really bring that into the game. That guy's gonna kill the thing for me. What a nice guy. So yeah, guys, I really, really, really want to know what you guys think of this, because I'm assuming that I've interpreted the manga correctly. I mean, things could change ever so slightly. I mean, the entire chapter isn't done. The fight isn't over. It might not be as simple as they cover themselves in Conqueror's Haki just like Busho. But that's sort of how it's been explained so far. And I do really, really think that Blox Fruits is now in the position to be the first of the games that really gets Conqueror's Haki right. Because an AoE stun is strong, but it's boring. It really isn't as cool as what a Conqueror is able to do in like the manga and the anime. All right, please die before it kills me. Nope, I'm gonna die. Tackle! Yes, there we go. Finally over 300 on this mastery. Did I call Conqueror's Haki Bushako? Or did I say Hao Shaka? I don't know. I don't know how to say a lot of Japanese words, but I feel like I might have gotten it really wrong there. But yeah, guys, as like a bit of a visual representation, imagine that my character is covered in regular Haki, and then I turn on my Conquerors, and not this much lightning. This is not a good amount. There's too much. But then, like, colored lightning appears around my character as well. This means I've got my Conqueror's Haki activated. People know I'm, like, next level, and they want to be at a similar level if they're going to fight against me. And then, what's even cooler about that is maybe they could link it into the colors, the recolors of Busho Haki as well. So that way you could get different colored Conqueror's lightning, which would be really, really cool. And maybe there's a small chance whenever two Conquerors are fighting against each other that like lightning will shoot off the characters. That could be really cool as well. I don't know like how resource expensive that, hello? I would like my quest, thank you. I don't know how resource expensive something like that would be, but I feel like the visuals for Conquerors will have to be pretty epic. So guys, I would really like to hear your opinions in the comment section down below, because I've been playing Blox Fruits for quite a while across a couple of different accounts, but I've only just become a Blox Fruits YouTuber. So today, when I was thinking about this, I went and watched a lot of other creators who have made theory videos on this before. But that was before we got the information from obviously the Kaido-Luffy fight. So I'm really excited to hear what the rest of the community thinks in regards to what direction they should take Conqueror's Haki and how it should work. I do really like the way I've sort of described it, that it would be a next level of Haki, really prove who the endgame players are. I think that would be a good quest line to have and everything. But like always, I would really love to hear your comments down below, your opinions. I think it's important that the community talks about this stuff. Alrighty guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, or even if you're just excited for Conqueror's Haki to eventually be in the game, let me know by leaving a like on today's video. Let me be very clear and say I think Conqueror's Haki should be free to play, like all other Hakis. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm dead right at the end. That's fantastic. I will see you all tomorrow with another video, something a little bit more fun than this.